Okay, ladies, I'm going to need you to sit down for this one, and I'm not holding your hand. Why does your husband not love you? Why do you feel like your husband doesn't love you? Why does he not buy you flowers anymore? Why does he not ask you out on dates? Why is he not leaving you notes? Why is he not giving you foot rubs? Why is he not giving you the love that you feel like you deserve? It's because you don't respect him. And I think that's hard for some of you to hear. Maybe you feel like he doesn't deserve respect. But do you deserve love? Do you deserve unconditional love? Maybe your husband deserves unconditional respect. And I'm not telling you this to be nice. I'm telling you this as your friend. You need to respect your husband, no matter what. He deserves it. Well, who tells us that? The Bible tells us that. Women are called to respect their husbands, and men are called to love their wives. And you may not feel like he deserves it, but that's what unconditional is. So don't be yelling back at him. Don't be talking back to him. Maybe sit and listen. Maybe sit with him and listen to what he has to say. Maybe show him that respect that you know he deserves. Maybe picture him as your son. Maybe you have a little boy. What kind of respect does that little boy deserve? Maybe start there and sit with that.
Unconditional love deserves unconditional respect. That should be the tagline for every marriage, for every wedding, for every relationship, for every date. Unconditional love deserves unconditional respect. You can't say it loud enough. You can't say it long enough. It is so accurate. Because you've got so many people who just feel that they can say whatever they want to say in their relationships, do what they want to do, and men should just simply accept it and just, regardless, give unconditional love. It doesn't work like that. I like how she used biblical principles, and she said, you know what, the Bible tells us this, because a lot of us are trying to live our lives in a world that doesn't exist, and we're using rules that we have made up, and we're using ideas that we have thought of on the fly, and we think that this should work. Well, sorry, it's not going to work. There's a reason the Bible has survived all these years, because it has principles that we can apply to our daily lives, and they do work because they've been working for a long time. So yes, if she wants unconditional love, she should be giving unconditional respect. That's just how relationships work. It is important to understand that men often tie their self-worth and their performance together, and they see themselves as only worthy if they are doing what they ought to do and they're doing it well. And when it is that you find that a man becomes so exhausted because he can't meet the needs of this individual, he just can't meet the emotional needs of this person, eventually he starts backing away. And once he starts backing away, it's game over. It's game over because there's nothing else he can do. There is the emotional withdrawal, and this normally happens as a result of resentment and feeling unappreciated. It's very difficult when he's giving his all and he just gets nothing back in return. That's difficult for anybody. So yeah, when he stops doing these small acts of buying flowers and saying the right things and just even hugging her without her requesting it, it's normally a sign that this person is beginning to feel a bit resentful, and he's beginning to feel unappreciated. And men aren't difficult to read. So if a woman really can just observe her partner, she can see that, this person is not feeling me because I'm not giving enough respect, enough appreciation. I'm not showing enough appreciation to this person. And that's easy enough for any woman to pick up on her husband and get it done. when men see their efforts go unrecognized, especially if they're providing and they're doing everything they can possibly do, when they see that being unrecognized, when they see that being taken for granted, then it's as if everything becomes just mechanical, just doing what he needs to do to get through the day, to get through the week. That's no way to live. That's no way to live. I like how she reframed the idea of empathy. See this man as your son. What kind of respect does your son deserve? Because if many women would be honest with themselves, if they're disrespecting their husbands, they would never dare disrespect their son that way. So why is it you can't give your husband the respect, same kind of respect you offer to your son? It's weird because you find that the first place many men got their sense of love and respect and care and nurture, the first place they got that was from their mother. And you've taken this man from his mother, where he got love and support, where he got affection, where he got unlimited respect. You've taken him from that, and you can't continue to build on that. That's pathetic. So if you can give your son respect, you can give your husband respect. And if you want unconditional love, you ought to give unconditional respect. So no, you can't be back talking to your husband and being rude and being abrasive. You can't be doing that, because that's not unconditional respect. The idea of respect and unconditional love are so intricately linked that you have roughly about 20% of marriages ending in divorce within the first 5 years. Mainly because people just don't feel appreciated. And that accounts for about 16% of all divorces. That's not an insignificant number. That's huge. So once the honeymoon period is over and people start looking for real things and for substance in the relationship, and they start seeing people for truly who they are, you find that they realize that, nah, this is not the individual for me, because she's not respectful, or he's just not giving what I need from him. That kind of environment that we create within the first 5 years of marriage can decide whether or not the marriage lasts. So you find that many people within those first 5 years, if they don't feel that they're compatible, that's it. This is done. It's over. And what you find now is that people are not waiting around to allow you to change and to adjust and to learn how to do certain things. You need to come ready, or that's it. You find that people who get married when they're older, that changes the dynamics, because many of those individuals would have had a first or a second marriage, and they would have learned some things from those relationships, and they would have taken a different approach going to this third or fourth marriage. So you find that older women tend to understand exactly the kind of respect that their man needs, and they tend to just simply give that respect. Unconditional respect. That's the only way you're going to get unconditional love. That's just it. One of the dumbest things I've heard some men say is, oh, I'm not going to respect him until he pays all the bills, or I'm not going to respect him until he does this or he does that. And I'm thinking to myself, you've washed for this man, you've cooked his food, you have opened your legs for him, you've born children for him, you're married to him, and you're not going to respect him until he does X or Y? Like, seriously? That's where our mindset is? You're not going to respect this man, even though you've given him everything, including your very body. You're not going to respect him until. So you just went and got married to a man you couldn't respect because you're hoping that one day he can do what you want so you can respect him. It's amazing.
Why does your husband not love you? Why do you feel like your husband doesn't love you? Why does he not buy you flowers anymore? Why does he not ask you out on dates? Why is he not leaving you notes? Why is he not giving you foot rubs? Why is he not giving you the love that you feel like you deserve? It's because you don't respect him.